I'm Reverend Sister Barbara Aidoo from the Eastern region of Koforidua. Akim Swedru is my hometown. I attended Catholic school. From a Catholic school at Akim Swedru, the Reverend sisters were in charge of the school, the SSPS sisters. During my education, the sisters were the one taking care of us. When I finished my education, I did not have any desire of becoming a Reverend sister. I'm CYO member. So from the CYO, there was an ordination at Akim Oda. So we were invited to the school for the ordination. So during this ordination, before I got the desire to become a Reverend sister, the ordination was Reverend Father Frimpong at Akim Oda. So when I came home, later on, I told my mother about my desire to become a Reverend sister. And she is not a Catholic, but she brought me to the parish priest, who was there by then, Father Aidoo. So he told Father about my desire to become a sister. And Father told him that the bishop in charge will be coming to Akim Swedru for a program. And so when he came, he will invite us to come and see him. So later on, when it was time, he invited us. My mother and myself went to see the bishop. So when we went and saw the bishop told me that the sisters are at Agomenya, so he would like me to come and visit them to see whether I still have the education. So he arranged for me. So he asked me to come to Accra. So when I went to Accra Cathedral, I went to see him, and then there was one sister, Sister Petrina, God rest her soul. She was in charge of the bishop's kitchen. So Bishop asked him to give me some breakfast. After the breakfast, then Bishop sent for his driver, Mr. Anthony Manson, to bring me to Agomenya. So the driver brought me. So when he reached Agomenya, he handed me over to the then Sister Providencia, who was the superior at that time. And so after handing over, he left to Accra. And Sister received me, and then I stayed there for 2 weeks. And I was happy. I didn't want to come back, but instead I had to come back and prepare. So after the 2 weeks, I stayed with the sister. Wherever they are going, I go along with them, and I was so happy with them. So when it was time, I had to go back to Akim Swedru to prepare. They gave me prospectus to fill and get ready to come. So the appropriate time, I came to Agomenya. First it was a candidate. You had to be there for some time before you become postulant, and then later. So I came, and then they received me. The Mother Providencia introduced me to the sisters. That is the young girl who wanted to come and join us. So he brought me to the chapel. So immediately I entered the chapel, I knelt near the tabernacle and prayed and thanked God for bringing me here. So I told Jesus that you should let me stay here. If you didn't let me, I had the desire of going back. And so later when I prayed, then he showed me my room and whatever it is. Then I stayed with them. That's when we got a companion called Sister Patricia Ann. She was my companion. So we were all living together, and then whatever the sisters are doing, we go along. Whatever poultry farm, kitchen, farming, and wherever it is. And at times even we go for home visitation. And so later on, when Bishop came, Bishop used to come every month to take us for catechism. So he told us that at that time they were building a postulant house at Noaso. Mr. Aristide, Father Aristide, who was building that house for the postulancy. So when that house was finished, we were moved from here to Noaso to stay in the postulant house. And our postulant mistress was Sister Leontina, SSPS sister. There's the God read and so she took us for the postulancy, but the reason why we went to Noaso was that Bishop said if any girl comes, you're supposed to know how to cook, how to clean the house, how to sew your own dresses. So we went to Noaso for vocational school for 3 years. So after the 3 years, and then we were supposed to, after we graduate from the vocational school, we went, the Bishop Ando, she said they were having some kind of international novitiates. So the ADR sisters, the Recope sisters, and then the Infant Jesus sisters, we were having novices. So we were supposed to join together. So we went to Cape Coast to join the Cape Coast sisters, but the Recope people did not come. And so 2 congregations were there, and then they started our novitiate at Cape Coast for 2 years. And our novice mistress was Sister Makot, one of the Holy Child sister, a European sister, but the Holy Child sister. He was from Nigeria, he came to Cape Coast. So he took us for 2 years. After the 2 years, then we had to come back to Agomenya for profession. And so that was Bishop Bowers Ando's time. That time Bishop Bowers had already gone. When we were postulancy, he left. And so Bishop Ando took us to continue. We had our first profession at the Holy Trinity Catholic Church. And then we continue our novitiate just here, because that time there was no any place. Only place here was the mother house, postulancy and novitiate were all together. And so we start our novitiate here, our profession. After the profession, I had a desire to become a nurse. So I was sent to St. Dominic Hospital for the nursing training. After the nursing training, came back to work with the SSPSSS at the St. Martin's Clinic. Then later on, I had to go for midwifery at Offenso. So when I went to the Offenso, I finished the midwifery and came back. And I was sent to Akim Swedo because we were just having a new maternity. So we worked there for some time. Then later on, I came back to Agomenya to continue the midwifery at work at the St. Martin's Hospital. We were there for some time, we worked for some time. Then they asked us to, that time they wanted something like the Dominicans to have us. So they want me to go and join the Dominicans so that I can understudy them. So from Agomenya, I went to St. Dominic Hospital to go and work with the sisters. So we were there for some time. And then when the sisters were leaving, that time I got maybe 60 years over there. And so I was still working. And then that time we were building the retired home here. So the superior general by then was Matilda Sopo. And so he asked me if I can come and take care of the old sisters here. So from Akotia, I came here. That's why I'm here till now.
So, sister, if my memory serves me right, then you joined the congregation somewhere in 1964. If it is 50 years.
No, I told you that 1964. That was when you come as this thing. It's not that time you start counting the years. We start counting the years when we are a professor.
It's your first vow.
I'm not a novice.
Okay.
And we went to this Noaso for 3 years. For all these years, it's not counted among the 50 years.
All right. So it means that actually, if you want to count that one in, then it's more than 50 years.
50 years.
All right. So your 50 years from the time that you profess your first vow.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sister. So what are some of the stations that you have worked at? places that you work at. Can you give us some of the places?
First, I work in Agomenya here, and Akin Swedru Clinic, and then Akotia Hospital.
Is it because you joined the congregation that you got a desire to become a nurse as a profession, or that desire was there before joining the congregation?
That desire was not there. I came here and then somebody, one of the sisters, I think Sister Claire said, I think if you become a nurse, it will help you. So I got the idea. And I was trying to work on it. That one, they were having a nursing training at the Akotia Syndrome. So they sent me there. I went to start my nursing training.
And then we have generations in the congregation. As we can see, the first generation or the first group is that of starters, Adams, Fidelis, and then the rest. They were the first generation. So if we are to count it downwards, you are what number of generation?
After that, I cannot tell you just now. That number, because some come, some go, so I cannot. Because from Sister Teresa, Sister Antoinette, Sister Emmanuel, and the others, Consolata, Mother Cynthia, all of them were there. So I'm not the one to follow the first generation.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So, sister, what are some up and downs that you faced as a reverend sister?
Oh, most of the time, the up and downs, for me, I don't take so serious like this thing, because I had my mind that this is what the focus, my focus is what I want to do. And so I didn't want anything to disturb my focus or whatever it is. So there are a lot of troubles to go there, but I don't count it as one of them, because I don't know how, maybe sickness or all this thing will come between, that will make you down. But that one, the Lord knows, the Lord have taken control. So up and down, there are so many up and down, but I cannot tell you that this and this and this and this are my up and down.
All right, thank you. We know that the sisters, they sometimes, most of you take care of the orphans, the needy in the societies. If 50 years, then you might be having grandchildren, great grandchildren that you've taken care of. And then can you, maybe we are not saying mention their names, but can you tell us where some of them are now? The people that you took care of, that you yourself, you can say that they were orphans, they were needy, and you went to their aid. Not somebody approached you, but you identified them and took care of them. Where are some of them now?
Oh, we started with this Sunday school when we were in Agomenya here. We call it the Holy Child School. And so you are one of them, Holy Child. You were a small boy when I was holding your hand to go for meeting, remember?
Yes.
And some of them, if they are